But I wish you'd give up churning when you're mad. We've been getting a lot of splinters in the butter lately.
Well, you can blame Jethro for the state I'm in. I declare, Jez, that boy is turning into a first-class girl chaser.
Yeah, I always said if you're going to do something, do it well.
That's it. Make a joke of it. What you ought to do is take him to the woodshed.
He ain't got a woodshed.
And they call this a mansion. He's run out on his chores again today.
Granny, he's likely just hiding. All you got to do is flush him out.
I say he ain't here. And I say he's where he is every day. Riding up and down Wilshire Boulevard on that truck. Showing off to the girls.
They ain't showing off today. I took the steering wheel.
Mark my words, Liz, that boy is headed for trouble. He's on the road to ruination.
If he is, he's walking.
Don't say I didn't warn you. And it's you that give him the 3 keys to perdition.
3 keys to perdition?
Fine clothes, fancy car, and 50 cents a week. And it's you that'll reap the harvest of the temptation is trampled on by the little foxes. Because if the rod is spared, so is the twig and toad. And them that dances has got to pay for casting the first stone.
I don't know what she said, but she sure could stir up a camp meeting with us.
Boy, got that thing without a steering wheel sure keeps a fella hustling. I'm pretty near run over that little old gal.
Little old gal.
That one coming up the driveway on it.
Who is she?
I don't know.
Howdy, ma'am.
Howdy. Is this here the classic place?
Yes, ma'am. I'm Jed Clampett, and this here is my nephew, Jethro Bodie.
Howdy.
Howdy. I reckon y'all don't remember me, do you?
Well, you look familiar, but just can't place.
Remember the Betty family? They're back over Possum Ridge.
Why, sure. Are you one of Jake Betty's girls?
I'm Emmeline.
Well, bless my soul, Jethro, you recollect Betty girl?
I sure do. Why, you can chuck rocks at them.
Jethro growed up a lot since then.
So she.
Yeah, well, come on in. Mighty pleasure to see you. Jethro, where's your manners? Emmeline's tired.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Hey!
I warned you, Jim. I told you this would happen if you let him run wild.
They just met.
Oh, it's worse than I thought. How could you marry a stranger?
We ain't married.
No.
This little girl is from back home. She just...
I bet you don't recognize her, do you?
Who don't? I never forget a face.
Granny, we ain't seen this family in some time. They used to...
Now, don't tell me. I'll get her place right off. Gertrude Sockmeyer. Isabel Gooch. Frida Boggs. Florence Twitty. F.C. Holt. Fanny Belknap. Lily Holmes. Lucilla Jacks.
Granny.
Now, don't tell me. Don't tell me. I never forget a face.
Give you a little hint. Possum Ridge. Jake.
Of course. Dora Ridge. Dora Possum.
This is Jake and Dora Fetty's girl, Emmeline.
Why'd you have to tell me? I'd have got it.
Thank you, Granny.
Well, Jethro, let's get Emmeline settled up in the spare room next to Ellie Mae.
Yes, sir.
Speaking of Ellie, put her down. I meant to take her things up to the spare room.
Oh, now wait. I just come by to make my handies. I don't aim to put my feet under your table.
Hey, looky here. A cuckoo clock.
Paul had to fetch this long to get me up mornings. He said the hotel might not have a rooster.
Emmeline, you're home folks. We can't let you stay in the hotel.
That's why I was be able to get into the YWCA.
I wouldn't stay no place that had to be spelt in mixed company.
You're staying right here.
I sure don't want to be any bother.
Won't be no bother at all. I'll just water the soup.
Howdy.
Billy Mae, you recognize this girl?
Now, don't waste your time, Jed. She ain't got my memory for faces. This is Emmeline Fetty from back home.
Oh, hi there, Emmeline. Howdy, Ellie. Goodness, y'all sure wear short dresses out here. Oh, this here's what you call a beach jacket. Ellie, you're showing your skimpins. This is a bathing suit. A bathing suit?
I reckon you ain't ever seen nothing like that before, have you?
Sure, never. Back home, folks still takes a bath with nothing on.
Ellie Mae explained it to you. Ellie, suppose you take Emmeline up and show her that spare room next to yours and see if she's made comfortable.
Sure will, Paul. Come on, Emmeline. Later on, we'll go swimming in a cement pond. Jed, how come Jake and Dory didn't write us their daughter was coming to California?
Could be because they can't ride.
Why'd you come?
Could be because they sent her.
What for?
Granny, when you got as many young'uns as the Fetties, you don't need too big a reason for getting shed of one.
They sure had a house full, didn't they?
It is for a fact. You throw a rock on their roof, it looked like school was letting out.
I declare, y'all so good to me, it's just making my head spin. I think I better lay down for a spell. What's that thing? Oh, that there's a telephone. Now you can talk to folks 3 miles away from here on that. Well, they think of me. I'll be back quickly, one. Bye, Ellie. Colonel, Rita. Okay, I'm in for 4 o'clock. Yeah, they fell for it. Hook, line, and spare room. Good job of research on that Betty family. I thought there was something you dreamed up. Don't worry. I got enough photographs and true recordings to shake Jed Clampett loose from a cool million.
Emmeline's just a pine in the hundreds of dollars, but you don't want to wear no bathing suit. What?
Go put the steering wheel on the truck.
Well, I already done that.
Well, then drive it down to the station and fill it with gas.
Well, I done that too.
Then drive it around till it needs doing again and then do it again. Oh, boy.
Got gas.
Honey Mae, you give Emmeline one of your bathing suits and explain to her.
Well, I done give her one of my bathing suits, Paul, but she's scared you won't like her showing her limbs.
Well, I gotta admit it did jolt me some when we first come out here, but seems all the young'uns do it, so tell her it's all right.
Well, I did, Paul, but she says she ain't gonna budge out of her room until you come up and tell her it's fit.
Well, that's the way it has to be.
Who is it?
It's me, Jed Clampett. I just want to say it's all right for you to go swimming in your swimming suit. See downstairs.
Oh, just wait a minute. Don't go away. Oh, Mr. Clampett, it's you.
Yes, ma'am.
Gracious, and I'm standing here with my bare limbs showing. Why, I'm so ashamed.
Well, there's no call for you to feel ashamed, Emmeline. Things are different out here than they is back home.
Please let me go to the YWCA.
Oh, you're staying right here.
Oh, don't do that, Mr. Clampett.
What? Oh, don't do what?
Don't shut the door.
Leave it open.
Oh, Mr. Clampett, I trust you. Honest, I do. You remind me so much of my daddy.
Well, that's funny. He wasn't no more than 5 feet tall.
Yeah. Why, he wouldn't have come up any more back here on here.
Miss Emmeline, I think that clock of yours is busted. I think I'll take it downstairs and fix it.
Oh, don't do that, Mr. Clampett. It's all right.
That little bird keeps jumping out and cuckooing all the time.
Well, maybe it's the mating season.
Emmeline, I think you better forget about swimming and have yourself a little rest.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. You're the nicest man, Mr. Clampett.
There it goes again. Miss Emmeline, I think you and that Clark is both wound up too tight.
Kid, what's taking you so long?
Well, it's the mating season for cuckoo. Well, you see, that little bird kept jumping out of the clock, and Miss Emmeline said, never mind. Anyway, she ain't going swimming.
Oh, yes, I am.
Well, I thought you was all tuckered out.
Not anymore. I feel like $1 million. Colonel, Rita. Listen, you clown. Why didn't you tell me my father was 5 feet tall? Oh, I covered for it all right. And I've got some great films and tape. Okay, I'll meet you at the camera store at 2 o'clock.
Emmeline, you out here?
Gotta go. King Kong is stalking the city.
Hey, what you doing?
Jet, what? There's a bee in this gourd, and it's just a buzzing to beat the band.
Well, that ain't no gourd.
Well, it's got a vine on it.
Let's hear it. That telephone, you poor dumb country girl.
Sorry.
Oh, shucks. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. You won't believe this, but 4 years ago when we came here, well, I was just as big a hick as you are.
Oh, go on.
Well, yeah, it's the truth. Well, I was a regular hayseed.
You sure have changed.
Well, I reckon it's living so close to Hollywood, some of that movie star stuff just rubbed off on me.
Can we get to town by 2 o'clock? Well, I want to get back here in time for my chores.
Well, I'll check the time. Oh, let's see.
Land sakes. Look at that watch.
You noticed it, huh? My Uncle Jed gave it to me. Let me pick it out myself.
It's a doozy.
See that little mouse with them short breeches and them yellow gloves? Well, his hands tell the time.
What time is it now?
I don't know. One of the hands fell off.
Excuse me, Chief. There's a Colonel Foxhall to see you.
Has he got an appointment?
No, but he says it concerns $1 million.
He's got an appointment.
Colonel.
Thank you, my dear.
Colonel Foxhall.
Colonel Gaylord Meriwether Foxhall at your service, sir.
My pleasure. Sit down.
Thank you.
I understand this concerns $1 million.
Yes, I believe I am conservative in valuing the contents of this portmanteau at $1 million cash.
Miss Hathaway, bring in a deposit slip.
Oh, but I'm not depositing. I am withdrawing.
What do you mean withdrawing? How can you withdraw if you haven't got any money in the bank?
Yes, sir, but I believe Mr. Clampett has a great deal of money in your bank. And it's $1 million of his that I plan to withdraw.
You a friend of Jed Clampett?
I never met the gentleman.
Miss Hathaway, what's the idea of letting this Southern fried phony in my office?
An appointment?
You said he had $1 million. Now throw him out.
Mr. Drysdale, before you make any rash decisions, what does this look like to you?
Like a wild old man after a sweet young girl.
Exactly. Would you care to identify that wild old man?
Mr. Clampett.
Possible. Yes.
Here are some others you might care to peruse. They tell the sordid tale of a sweet, innocent country girl who was lured into the mansion of a Beverly Hills millionaire. Once inside, this frightened maiden pleaded to be allowed the sanctuary of the YWCA. But her pleas fell on deaf and decadent ears.
Now look, I don't.
Thereupon, as these pictures so clearly illustrate, the sanctity of her boudoir was brazenly invaded by this backwoods Bluebeard.
Mr. Clampett would not.
But Mr. Clampett did, my dear, and the scars upon the soul of this sweet, simple maiden can be erased only by time. time, and $1 million. Cash.
This is out-and-out extortion, the old Badger game. I'm going to call the police.
Mr. Drysdale, you do lack imagination. I believe Mr. Clampett used to be an officer in your bank.
Well, Chief, you did make him vice president for a day.
So, let's look at tomorrow morning's headlines.
Commerce Bank officer in love with this scandal.
Well, then that's just a dummy newspaper.
True. The real one will be profusely illustrated by these fascinating photographs.
Wrong number.
Oh, here you are, Uncle Jed. Can we have us that man-to-man talk?
Sure, sit down. Well, what do you want to talk about?
Ameline's Betty. Can her and me get married? Yeah, you see, she is crazy mad, desperate in love with me.
Kind of sudden, eh?
I reckon. But you gotta remember, she's just a plain, dumb old country girl. She ain't never seen nobody like me before. Said so herself.
When did all this come about?
When I was driving her into town and back. I didn't aim for it to happen. I tried to keep the lid clamped down on my charm, but it must have slopped over.
And now she's crazy mad in love with you.
Is she ever? Why, all the way home, she kept trying to get me to drive to some out-of-the-way place where we could be alone.
No fooling.
Yeah, kept asking me to get lost.
Boy, I don't believe
Jen, she needs a husband. Well, that's an awful dumb girl. You know that cuckoo clock that needed fixing?
Yeah?
She took it to a camera store.
Sure you want to marry a girl like that?
It's all right, Uncle Jed. I'm smart enough for both of us. You should have seen her face when I told her that I graduated 6th grade.
I wouldn't carry away for the Betty that never was long on learning.
I think it was my cipher that really put a match to her heart and set her claim with desire.
Cipher for her, didn't you?
Uncle Jed, when I got to the multiplication table at 12, it like to drove her crazy. She commenced moaning, gasping for breath, and her eyes rolled back in her head.
Good thing you didn't cipher no gazette. She might have married you then and there.
I'll go do something for her right now. Emmeline! Hey, Emmeline!
Wait a minute, boy. I was just... Yes, sir. Come back.
Emmeline! Oh, here you are. Hey, listen to this. 5 goes into 5 once, 5 goes into 10 twice.
I still say the Clampetts are innocent. And Emmeline is just a Jezebel, recruited by this.
Help! Help!
Oh, howdy, Miss Jane. Howdy, Miss Jane. Jethro, come back here. Stop chasing her. Put her down.
She don't belong to you yet.
Oh, yes, she does.
Yes, she does. Go on in, folks. Put her down, Jethro.
Shock him. Shock him. Why, they're fighting over her like beasts. I'm not so sure we should settle for $1 million.
What do you think, Granny?
Oh, I like this one, Jed.
They're all good pictures. What are you asking for these, Colonel Foxhole?
Foxhall, sir. I'm asking $1 million.
$1 million?
I ain't bought many pictures, but that does seem mighty steep.
Mr. Clampett, if you don't need his price, these pictures will appear on the front page of tomorrow's newspaper.
Well, there's an idea, Granny. Let's put them tomorrow and set them out of the paper.
Good thinking, Jed. Excuse me, everybody. I got a brace of possum in the oven.
I hope you'll stay to supper, Colonel. Granny's possum is finger-licking good.
Mr. Clampett, I find your levity and jocularity most inappropriate to the solemn occasion which has brought us together here, and I will tolerate no further sham or delay while this sweet, innocent girl suffers the pangs of purloined perfidy.
Doggy. Put him with Granny, and a pair of them would tear a camp meeting wide open.
What happened to Emmeline? Oh, there you are. 5 goes into 15 3 times, 5 goes into 24.
Please.
Oh, it drives you wild, too, huh, Miss Jane? What are these pictures? Hey, Uncle Jed, You're kissing my girl.
Jethro.
No wonder you sent me out of the house this morning. Why, you was aiming to steal my sweetie.
Jethro.
Keep talking, boy. I'm recording every word.
I'm sorry, Uncle Jed, but we're going to have to fight us a duel.
Now, look, boy.
I'll be back quick as I can find a glove to slap you with.
Mr. Abbott, I urge you to make some sort of settlement.
Decency demands it, sir. And I say to you, if satisfaction is not...
Colonel, come down off your stump. I aim to do the right thing.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Emmeline and me'll be married right off. Gold to the Hills demands it. I done seen her skimpies and flimsy. We leave for Bug Tussle tonight. Honeymoon in Snyder's Swamp. And we'll move into that little shack back to Possum Ridge with your ma and pa and 17 sisters.
You gotta be out of your skull.
Now, my...
Stop, Dad. I'm blowing this caper.
Hey, Emmeline, I couldn't find the glove to swap my Uncle Jed with. But will you marry me without a duel?
Get lost.
What? No! Uncle Jed, she still loves me!